Welcome to Powered. During the week of the Powered module, participants create electrical circuits to power a creature and explore environmentally friendly ways to create power. To set the stage for this module, decorate the classroom like a secret laboratory, wear a lab coat, and cover the windows. On the first day of the curriculum, you, a secret scientist disguised as a camp invention instructor, greet children at the classroom door. Ask for the secret password to enter your laboratory. After getting confused looks, relent and let the children in. Then establish a password, a gesture, or some secret signal for children to use to enter the room for the rest of the week. After establishing a secret signal to enter the room, explain that you're lonely in the lab and would like participants to create a pet to keep you company. But since you're allergic to fur, it'll have to be a robotic pet that is powered by electricity. Participants will spend the next activity exploring static electricity and how negative and positive charges work. Children then explore circuits and how to power DC motors. During the last activity of Day 1, participants begin designing and powering the type of creature they will be building. Before Day 2 begins, create a creature to use as an example. In the Plan Ahead section of the module on Day 2, you will see a diagram that will show you how to wire the motor to the battery. Use this as an inspiration to make a sample creature. Here are a few tips to help you get started. When inserting the axle into the cork, hold the back of the motor so you do not push the casing off of the motor. The axle of the motor should extend past the edge of the foam block. Use a small amount of hot glue to secure the toothpick to the cork and the cork to the axle. Adjust the toothpick and decide what toothpick location will give the creature the most movement. In order to move, creatures must be very light. 2 foam blocks as the body and 4 toothpick legs will work very well. If a motor is not spinning, make sure that there are no obstructions blocking the cork or axle path. Often the corks are taped to the foam creatures, which will prevent a motor's axle from moving. Have children focus on movement before they add any decorations to their creatures. Remember that all of the powered activities should be exciting and fun. If children have questions about the way electrical currents, circuits, and energy work, have them research these topics overnight. Remember, it's not necessary to have all the answers. Rather, provide participants with an opportunity to explore circuits and electricity. Day 2 begins with children giving the established secret code to the instructor to gain access to the laboratory. Once inside, participants finish creating the creatures they're making to keep the scientists company. During Activity 3, participants add phosphor beads to their creatures so that they'll glow in the dark and be visible to the scientist at night. Be sure to place the beads in the sunlight or directly under a lamp before Day 2 begins. During Day 3, participants build habitats that have a size requirement for their creatures to live in. They then observe a demonstration of how wind can be used to light up an LED bulb. To do this demonstration, clasp an alligator clip to the exposed red wires of the fan. The other end of the alligator clip should be clasped to the long leg of the LED light. Use a second alligator clip to connect the black wire to the short leg of the LED. Blow on the guard side of the fan with short, hard bursts of air. The blades need to be moving very quickly to generate enough electricity to power the LED light. You should create this before your classes begin so that you have enough time to practice lighting the LED light. Recruit a counselor to help you blow the fan blades. 2 breaths of air are more powerful than 1. Just be sure that you're blowing the fan blades in the same direction. Save the LED light from Day 3 to use again on Day 5. On Day 4, participants help solve a problem with their creatures' eating habits. Robotic creatures love the taste of metal and especially go crazy for metal washers. However, the scientist is sometimes so busy that he or she does not even have enough time to feed the creatures. Participants must figure out a way to feed the robotic creatures using a water wheel as inspiration. Intermediate participants working in teams will create a more complex time-feeding device from items found in the recycle room. If participants finish early, allow them time to modify and add features to their creatures. Children should finish Day 4 by creating journals in which they can share data about their creatures. On Day 5 of Powered, participants will see how lemons can be used as batteries to power an LED light. To perform this demonstration, ask your camp invention director to purchase 4 lemons before class begins. You will also need to find 4 copper pennies that predate 1982. To begin, roll the lemons between your palms or on a tabletop. Then insert a nail midway through each lemon. Use a pair of scissors to gently slice a small opening into each lemon about an inch from the nail and slide a copper penny into each slit so that half of the penny is outside the lemon and half is inside the lemon. Use an alligator clip to connect one of the LED light's pronged ends to one of the lemon's pennies. Use a second alligator clip to attach one nail to another lemon's penny. Attach each alligator clip to a penny on one side and nail on the other. Finally, use the last alligator clip to attach the remaining nail to the remaining LED light's pronged piece. You can see the diagram in the curriculum. Finally, the time has arrived to create a race space in which creatures can wiggle and move. With chart paper on the floor, children will place their creatures on the race space, and in a timed event, children will measure the distance their creatures travel by tracing their path with a marker. They finish by using an unconventional measurement tool, a piece of yarn, to measure the length of their creatures wiggling. At the end of the week, all children and creatures are winners, as participants have explored electricity, power, and circuits, all while having fun.